With hurricane season in full swing, the threat of severe weather is always possible for those who call the Lowcountry home.
Some experts say South Carolina, in fact, lacks the necessary resources that already exist in most states, all to better forecast severe weather events.
Our First Alert meteorologist Lexi Horvath looked into why this technology has not made it to the Palmetto State.
The feeling as a hurricane approaches. Tension builds as the anticipation sets in.
I remember Hugo. I can remember being in the room, all of us piled in one room at night with Hugo barreling through.
Doing everything you can to keep your loved ones, home, and belongings safe. But in a state so prone to experiencing severe weather,
we are one of only a few states that actually does not have one of these networks.
A network of weather stations. State climatologist Hope Mizell has been pushing for years to get in South Carolina.
We would be able to provide better data, more accurate data, more timely data.
Potentially life-changing information from this technology called a mesonet system. A network of weather stations able to measure and monitor real-time weather data, specifically soil saturation levels, which provide real-time alerts of localized potential flooding.
Not just for big picture like hurricanes, but even smaller scale like thunderstorms and such.
It could be argued that a mesonet system is needed in an area like Charleston due to its vulnerability during hurricane season, from storm surge damage due to surrounding low-lying coastal areas to extensive coastline and dense population.
We've had a lot of storms that have caused people to evacuate.
South Carolina Emergency Management says, quote, South Carolina is one of the most vulnerable states in the nation to be impacted by hurricanes and tropical storms. Yet, as you can see here on this map from the Department of Natural Resources, the technology exists in most states, but not South Carolina.
Why? Why have we not gotten onto this already? Do you have an idea?
Well, I'll be very transparent saying it could be a lack of just not knowing.
State Representative Gary Brewer says that lack of knowledge includes him.
I had not heard about it.
But after doing his own research and learning that the state does not have this system.
Yeah, it shocked me a little bit, especially with all the activity that we have when it comes to storms, whether it's floods, hurricanes, tropical storms, even the occasional tornado that we get here.
However, it comes with a hefty price tag of over $1 million.
It's a huge investment. It will be an investment for the state of South Carolina.
But as our population grows exponentially, hurricanes more than ever remain a threat, with 8 tropical storms and 4 hurricanes impacting South Carolina since 2020.
Well, Helene was not necessarily a Hugo to Charleston, but it was a Hugo to Greenville and to Aiken and to those counties as well. So it's something that we need to seriously look at investing in.
And with real-time rainfall measurements, temperature, wind speed, wind direction.
If you're not next to a Weather Service office, you're not getting as good a picture.
While a few of these smaller-scale weather stations are already in place in some parts across the state, like Dorchester County and Edisto, DNR is hopeful to eventually have a network of them in all 46 counties.
There's huge gaps in rural parts of the state where we need better observation, better weather information to make better decisions.
Mizell says recent weather events like Hurricane Debbie and Helene highlight the need for a weather system of this kind.
Well, the better you can forecast, the better you can tell people when they have to get out of harm's way. And so that saves people money. If you can narrow down the range of people that have to evacuate, then that makes it easier for those people to evacuate, as well as you don't have those people who don't need to evacuate.
Brewer says that if the system were to get funded, DNR would have to place a budget request in the hands of the state legislature. That is due this fall. Reporting for Live 5 Investigates, I'm Lexi Horvath.